Hello, I'm Delegate Bob Brink, and this is my second report from the 2014 session of the Virginia General Assembly here in Richmond. It's been a busy week as the House of Delegates got into full stride. Every day was filled with a steady stream of subcommittee, committee, and floor sessions moving bills and resolutions through the legislative process. As the committees hear more and more bills in the next few days, the daily floor sessions, which only lasted a few minutes at the beginning of the 2014 session, now take hours to complete. In addition to the big issues such as health care and the budget that we're going to be considering, each year we deal with numerous minor cleanup bills that are designed to resolve ambiguities or loopholes in the law. These smaller measures are often requested by state agencies, and I'm carrying a couple of them through the legislative process this year. For instance, one that was requested by the State Treasurers Association drops an obsolete sentence in the code on judicial sale of derelict or blighted housing. The Department of Motor Vehicles asked me to carry a bill conforming the state code to federal motor vehicle regulations, and among other things, it would prohibit drivers of commercial vehicles from using cell phones while they're driving. Another one of my bills ran into trouble this week for an unusual reason. At the request of the Joint Commission on Health Care, I filed a bill prohibiting minors under 15 from using tanning devices at tanning facilities and requiring minors aged 15 to 17 to provide a parent or guardian's written request. This bill was the result of an extensive study by the Joint Commission on Health Care that documented the dangerous effects on young people of these devices, and particularly highlighting higher incidences of skin cancer. When the bill was heard by the subcommittee this week, I was surprised and disappointed to hear a representative of the American Cancer Society, of all people, speak in opposition to the bill because it didn't go far enough in restricting use of tanning facilities by all young people. This is a textbook example of the perfect being the enemy of the good. Untold numbers of young people would be denied protection by this intermediate measure because not everyone was covered. Fortunately, the Senate version of this bill is still alive, and I hope that we can move that through the process and protect our children from this danger. This week we got some good news on one of the session's big issues, whether Virginia would join 25 other states in extending health care coverage to hundreds of thousands of people through expansion of the Medicaid program. A major sticking point has been how much Medicaid expansion would cost us over the next several years. While earlier estimates calculated that the cost of Medicaid expansion would be around $137 million, newly released estimates, based on the experience of other states that have already accepted federal funds for this program, show that Medicaid expansion would actually save Virginia over $1 billion between now and the year 2022. We've known that helping those Virginians get health care that they need was the right thing to do. Now, these new estimates show that Medicaid expansion is also the smart thing to do. Well, that's it for this week's report from Richmond. As always, I want to know what you're thinking. You can contact my office by email at delegatebrink@gmail.com, visit my website at bobbrink.org, like me on Facebook, or follow me on Twitter at delbrink. Thanks again for your time, and I look forward to speaking with you again as the 2014 session proceeds.